That's a mean rascal.
Whoa, that's nice.
That's what that baby BB's is, kid. If you don't think he didn't want it, check that out.
Ooh, that thing just, oh, got him. Got him over your head. It's a nice little smallie. Oh, two. No, I got two. I got a double, buddy.
I know you do. That's what I said.
I got a double.
Pretty cool.
I'm telling you, man. That's cool, Charlie.
These California cats, they come up with all kind of stuff.
It's time for Fishing University with Charlie Ingram. If you want to learn how to catch more fish and bigger fish in your home waters, Charlie can show you how. Fishing University is brought to you by Honda 4-Strokes, Z-Man and the original Chatterbait, and Phoenix Bass Boats, built for fishermen by fishermen.
Hi, sports fans. I'm Charlie Ingram, and welcome to Fishing University. Today we have with us Bill Siemantel. Bill has the BBZ made by Spro. This is the giant model that we started out with about 3 years ago filming and caught some really big largemouth on it. Then last year they came out with the 6-inch and the 4-inch version of this, and now we've got the baby. This little creature is going to catch them really good. So if you've got clear water where you live and you want to learn a lot about this, stay tuned right here on Fishing University. Well, I'll tell you what, this is about a tough day. You know, you think cloudy and slick would be good, but I'd rather have sun and wind. Catch them a lot better. If we were fishing with a bigger bait, we wouldn't get any bites at all.
Oh, you'd still get bit. This is kind of the weather we like down at home, this clear water, and
oh, yeah?
The fish will come up and jump in this stuff. But like you said, the smallies, if it was a little bit clearer and a lot more wind, I'd be a lot more happier. But this is a perfect time to try these baits out too. When it's tough fishing, if you can get them to go on this thing, you know, that's when you know you did it right. Uh-oh, somebody's got something.
Feel like a pretty good one, Bill. What color are you throwing?
Actually, I got a couple of them on.
Are you really? That's probably gonna work really good. That's a mean rascal.
Whoa, that's nice.
That's what that baby BBZ will catch.
That's a nice one, buddy. Pretty fish.
Look at
right
there,
buddy.
Ooh,
Holy
just
cow.
barely got him too.
Look at that thing. Oh, he swallowed it.
Ate it.
That thing is down its gullet.
He ate it. Big old Lake Champlain smallmouth.
Look at that.
He liked that little BBZ, didn't he? By
Look at that
Spro.
thing.
Oops.
Oh, you got him on a perch pattern.
Oh, perch pattern?
Yeah.
No perch live in Lake Champlain, Bill. What are you talking about? I want you to look at this bait down in this fish's mouth, sports fan. I mean, he has got it. If you don't think he didn't want it, check that out. What size hook do you say this was, Bill?
That's a size 8. These
Gamakatsu.
these baits are 2.5 inches long.
Yeah.
They weigh 6 grams, which puts them right about 1/4 ounce.
Get going, buddy.
Paired it up with a size 8 Gamakatsu.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So I'm balanced, profile, everything.
See, mine looks just like a little baby perch. You know, they got a lot of these yellowtail perch up here.
Yeah, that was a good color choice.
Exactly what I was thinking. Neat little cricket. How'd you come up with one this small and still got good action?
It took a long time.
I mean, it's got a lot of action to it.
This one was one of the hardest ones, to tell you the truth, out of all of them. I just kept messing with the size of the bait and kept trimming them down, and actually I had it a little bit smaller, but it wouldn't swim as well. And that size just actually was a perfect size. And the neat thing about it, when you're throwing this bait, even like if you're throwing on braid, you can actually feel the vibration. It feels like a little teeny crankbait out there, which is amazing to get that much vibration out of a bait that's only 2.5 inches long with no bill.
It amazes me.
I think that's one of the nice little calling tricks, especially in clear water or even a little bit of stained water. You know, you got some nice little sound going with this bait too to draw these fish up. I did do something though recently. Charlie talked about those gusset jeans, and I went out and actually bought me a pair the other day. I was pretty impressed with them. They actually fit pretty good. I brought a pair up here. They're good quality pair of jeans. I have no qualms with them. Now, what's the deal with the diamond thing in the crotch area?
Well, Bill, you might not understand that. But you know, it's just.
What? is that so you can do stuff like this, Charlie?
Yeah, I guess it would work.
Okay.
That's
so you
not
can do
really,
your karate moves
that's
and your
not really the
stretches?
general purpose.
You want to
of
try
it,
to do that? Me
I'm
and you
not.
right now, Charlie.
I'm not going to try to do that.
Come on, Charlie.
I'm not going to try
on.
to do that.
No?
I've
You
seen
don't
a few,
pinch
I've
anymore
seen a
when you
few
do-
other ballerinas do that type stuff.
I learned I can do my stretches now at the station and not hurt myself.
Yeah. Because you got those diamond gusset jeans on, right?
Absolutely. Before I used to do that and go up a couple octaves, but now I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Fishing University will be right back.
You know, I was a big fan of spinnerbaits until I discovered this, the original chatterbait from Z-Man. Chatterbaits make spinnerbaits look downright boring. The blade flashes in all directions so they can see it coming. And talk about commotion, the chatterblade's intense vibration and click-clack sound says a meal is on its way. Hey, spinnerbaits have had their day. Now it's about the flash, vibration, and sound of a Z-Man chatterbait. See all the original chatterbaits at zmanfishing.com.
Let's join Charlie and his special guest.
Is that sound just the joints going together? Is that
Yeah,
what
that's
causes
the
it?
vibration. Is just I tightened up the joints just a little bit on it, and so it has a little bit tighter kick. Man, I'm telling you, it made a big difference. Yeah, I basically build these, you know, for California in the fall and wintertime. That thing just California in the wintertime. We get these fish coming up on these.
You catch one?
Oh yeah, we'll see what color it ate. I don't know what I have though.
Probably a pike or something.
No, don't say pike. Too big. Yeah, usually I built these for those little no-seams, those fish that ate the little teeny bait in California, and started messing around with it and used everything from fluorocarbon to braid and you name it to try different techniques with it, and found out that this is a really versatile little bait. He actually came up and slapped the
Yeah, you hit it,
chartreuse,
the other one just accidentally got caught with that other one.
chartreuse blackback.
That's what I was thinking. That little number 8 Gamakatsu, buddy, it'll get them, man.
It'll stick them. That's a nice little starter.
The rod you want to use is really like Bill and I were talking about. I'm using a castaway drop shot rod, and it's got a lot of action and tip, allows you to cast it a long ways. Plus the fact that you don't really set the hook on these, do you, Bill? You just with this number 8 Gamakatsu, it's a sharp. You just keep breathing, right?
Just reel into them. Sometimes they smack it so hard you have a habit of setting the hook, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, you just want to reel into them and just play them. I do a lot of back reeling. I've hooked a lot of big fish on this bait at home, up to 8 pounds, and I do a lot of back reeling, just play the fish out.
So you always heard match the hatch. Well, buddy, you got lures from the hatchee all the way down to the hatcher now, don't you?
Yeah. Well, that was the big things, we came out with Spros trying to figure out, we wanted to get a good following on the West Coast, and the big baits are definitely, they started out there and have a great following, and actually the big 8-inch BBZ is basically worldwide right now for all species. And right after that, we came out with the 4-inch, and man, from redfish down on the Gulf Coast to bass and crappie, everything's eating the 4-inch. So we did that for a year or two, and last year we came up here and we hammered them on the 6-inch BBZ. And the last couple years in the back, I've been kind of working with this little 2.5. So yeah, just trying to cover the entire spectrum from 8 inches all the way down. And I think we have it covered. I think if you're looking for a swim bait, that covers 8 inches to 2.5. Spros got them now.
I don't think you doubt about it. I'm really impressed.
Here's a great tip. from the casting deck. Brought to you by Gamakatsu. We didn't invent the fish hook, just the sharp ones.
And one of the biggest questions I get everywhere I go is how to tie braided line to a fluorocarbon or a mono leader. I've been using a double Albright system. This is the best knot I have found, period, to splice the two together. And there's some really cool reasons. This is actually not a knot. There's no overhand knots at all in this system. It's just it's a whip finish, basically. Take your fluorocarbon and make a bite. Make sure you have a kind of a long tag in off of it because you have to have something to work with. When you create the bite, you want to bend it over and you make an eye right here on the top of your finger. That eye is your starting point. Take your braided line, go through the eye of the fluorocarbon, and make sure you have a pretty good long tag end. Once you have that set, what I usually do is I pinch that right there, and I'm going to whip finish 9 times. This is the lighter line. It's a little tricky, but you want to use both your hands and you want to whip finish right around, and you corkscrew around the mono or the braid 9 times forward. Now as you can see that real tied up, that's just a nice little corkscrew right around both the line, the tag end and the main line of the fluorocarbon. Once you get to your 9, you want to put your finger up here and you want to pinch that system. What you do is you take the tag end of that braid, and now you want to come 9 times back around the 9 loops you made with the braid the first time. So there's 1, come across, and you want to come up 9 times the other way. And then when you get to the end of the loop, I'm going to let go. Here's the double loop. I have 9 wraps going down, 9 wraps coming up. It's that simple. I grab that system and I look at where this line comes through the eye. The braid goes through the eye of the mono or the fluorocarbon. All you do is you take the tag end of the braid and you come back at the same direction that you came through with on the braid. So you see that right there, it just creates a nice little X. Get a little bit wet. You want to grab the tag end and the main line on both of these just to start to pull to make sure that system slowly starts to cinch. And you can watch it right now, I'm slowly cinching it. Once it gets started and that friction starts to tighten up on the fluorocarbon, you let the tag end go on the braid, you let the tag end go on the monofilament or fluorocarbon, and you pull nice and steady and watch this thing lock up. The neat thing about this, there is no knot in the system, so it's 100%. You're not going to have anything break. That braid basically cocoons the fluorocarbon. You want to cut a little bit of a tag in off the braid. You want to leave a little bit there just in case it flares and it slips, okay? Which it doesn't slip much, but you want to have a little bit of a safety factor. On the front end of it, well, you want to cut right up to the top end of that braid knot. What this does is when you shoot it through your guides, there's no burrs. You won't hear anything. You use this knot consistently, you're going to see that it's probably the best knot in the industry right now for tying braid to fluorocarbon or monofilament, whichever you prefer.
There's more to learn in a minute. Stay tuned.
Diamond Gusset Jeans, made in Blue Ridge, Georgia. 100% American materials and our trademark gusset design make for the best quality jeans that money can buy. Find out more and shop online at gusset.com.
20 rounds from an assault rifle will prove that Z-Man Elastec baits are 10 times tough. It's a little ding, but it'll still catch fish. Hey, Z-Man Elastec baits are incredibly tough, but did you know that they float? And that's important. See how Elastec floats for better action and a bigger target, while ordinary soft baits sink to the bottom. For baits that are 10 times tough and float, insist on Z-Man Elastec. See them all at zmanfishing.com.
Let's join Charlie on the water.
Got him?
I got one of yours. One of them big leg champagne toothy critters. I hope he doesn't get my cricket.
Don't break him up.
What am I supposed to do? He's got it down his mouth about 40 feet. He got loose, thank goodness.
You are one lucky man.
That's right, I got both of my crickets back.
I would double check those rigs.
Well, he had the front one, so I know.
There's a one.
You got one?
Yep, there's one. I don't know what I got on there. It's gonna jump, Smalley. Oh!
Smallmouth, largemouth?
I think it's, I don't know. We'll see. There he comes right there.
Largie.
Little largie.
That's a West Coast term for largemouth. Boy, that's a giant too. How deep was it?
It was about 10 foot. It was about 3 foot under the surface.
Oh, really?
We're sitting in 25.
And so you've caught fish how deep on this little bait?
50 foot.
50 feet. So you might explain to us the BBZ method of counting things down like that.
The way I built it, it falls, it's a 1/4 ounce. It'll fall approximately a foot a second with 6-pound test line on open line, on slack line. And thing is I'm always, you know, you preach about trying to fish the entire water column, so I usually start off with the surface, and if they're up top, it's simple. You throw it out and you crank it in right over them, and they're gonna eat it. If I start missing fish or not seeing anything on the top of the water column, I just start counting it down. So I'll go in 15, 20 foot of water, throw it out, open up the bail, let it go down, count down 15, 20, and then I'll bring it in a nice steady retrieve and just create that pendulum, just nice and steady right through the water column. Do that a couple times. If that doesn't work, I'll find an inside cut or a main point or a hump, and I'll fish that, you know, 15 foot down to 50 foot. Basically take the bait, throw it out, open your bail, and count it down. And 50 foot, it takes about a minute to get it down there. Once I get it on the bottom, I let it sit there. I hop it a couple times, and I just let it sit there. And you'd be surprised how many big fish will actually come up and pick this right off the bottom, just like a jig or one of the Spro fat flies or something down that deep. They'll eat this little bait the same way. Oh, got him! Got him over your head. I don't know how big he is. I think that's a little pike or something. Oh,
Yeah,
nice
that's a little
smallie. Look at this.
smallmouth. How deep was it? It looked like you were way out there then.
Yeah, what I did is when you came in to get your bait,
Yeah.
you see the color line right here? There's
Yeah.
a color line right down this line, and I was paralleling this line. And it seems you keep it on this line a little bit more, we might start catching more fish. Oh man,
That's a pretty good little smallmouth you got there,
nice little
Leroy.
smallie.
Good fish. Now he hit the front one.
He hit the front one. He hit one of my favorite colors, little silverfish color.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same one I love to throw on the 8-inch bait and the 6-inch. That little silverfish right there.
Yeah.
That color is just awesome anywhere you go. It's a nice little smallie.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a method to my madness on this. This double rig, it's truly a phenomenal system if you know how to put it together right. Charlie was saying, you know, the weather came in up here and the bite slowed down, no sun, not a lot of wind, and the beauty on this 2.5, when these fish are targeting the small bait, it's an incredible little bait. When they're schooling, if you use this double rig when they're schooling, that's where magic happens. That's where you start throwing out, and you might hook a 2-pounder out of the school and the 5-pounder will still have a bait to chew on. So, you know, there's a lot of times you'll bring 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds of fish in one cast. And that's where this shines. The really cool thing about it during this time of year, and if it's slow, if the bite's real slow, is you're putting out a presentation, a 2.5-inch shad, but there's 2 of them. So basically, you still have that micro bait out there, the little baby shad out there, but since you put them in a series and you got 2 baits run alongside of each other, you actually create a bigger profile. And when you twitch it and the baits separate and come back in, it has a really awesome drawing power, especially in low light conditions where there's not a lot of flash or anything else that you're trying to pull these fish out of the grass or around rocks. So, like I said, it's tough out here right now, but when we find them, and these baits will find them, the possibility of catching 2 at a time is there, and I think that's my goal, as I'd love to catch a couple 3-pounders in one cast.
Today's equipment is brought to you by Tough Line, premium braided fishing lines. They won't let you down, ever.
Talk about the equipment we're using here today to catch these fish. We're using a 7-foot castaway drop shot rod, using 15-pound test, Tough Line Duracast with a fluorocarbon leader, and of course the BBZ1 Baby by Spro.
We'll get back to the action in a minute. Let's get back to the action.
Ooh, did you see that? I had 2 fish on it one time. That was 2 that came up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I don't know if it came off.
Huh.
I had the smaller one went to the left and the bigger one jumped.
I saw a bigger one on there.
Yeah, the bigger
both
one.
still on there, aren't they? You got a big one anyway.
Oh, 2. No, I got 2. I got a double, buddy.
I know you do. That's what I said.
I got a double.
That's pretty cool.
I'm telling you, man, this thing, let's see if we can keep them both on. This is, I might have to have you come over and help with this, Charlie.
Nah.
No?
Every man for himself.
Okay, but you know what, if we start taking counts on who's catching what, if I bring in 2 fish at a time, I think you're in big trouble, buddy.
2 of them big Lake Champlain smallmouth
Well, this
on
is-
the Spro Baby BBZ.
That's one of them. That's 2 of them right there. I got my
didn't say
hands
but
full,
one.
Charlie. Got my hands full, buddy. Okay, here's 1.
Okay, wait a minute, I'll help you. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, you got it.
There's 2. That's cool, Charlie.
These California cats, they come up with all kind of stuff.
Now that is what I'm talking about right there, bud. Look at that. So this is the first one that ate it. And look at that one that ate it. There's
The bigger
2.
fish normally get it second.
Usually, well, it all depends. This one, we're just a little school of them, and that small one took it from the big one, but having the double Spro BBZ, still have opportunity to catch the bigger fish. You do that in tournament, I won a lot of money.
I bet.
I won a lot of money doing that.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring.
There we go, buddy. I feel Charlie's gonna get a pair of chopsticks.
Oh, he's a John! He's
You
a
gotta hope
John!
he jumps off, buddy. Cause I feel some chopsticks coming. Oh. How do you like it, Charlie? Wasabi?
I don't know how you like
Oh,
yours.
you got one too.
I believe mine will keep.
Oh yeah, well, hey, it doesn't matter.
Mine's a little bigger than yours.
That's okay. You said you're gonna eat it from tail to.
Woo, look at this
Head
one,
to
buddy.
tail.
Look at this one. Look at this one. You ain't got nothing but a midget.
Wait, how do you want this cooked?
You
Raw?
ain't got nothing but a midget.
That's okay. That's sushi right there. That Charlie's gonna eat that because he said these fish don't hit in the rain and cloudy. What do you got on there, Charlie?
I got a smallmouth, but mine's big enough to keep. Yours not even big enough to keep. You can't count that. You got to catch one this size.
Oh, Charlie, I'm
What?
on, buddy. There's another one right there.
Is it really?
Yep, I'm on, Charlie. I think
Unbelievable.
I think you're in trouble, buddy. Oh, this might have a little weight. Oh, that's a nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta give you that.
Take a look at what
That's
it's
got some
supposed to
meat to
look
it, buddy.
like. There it is. You got one too?
That's got some meat to it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It does.
I'm gonna bring mine in kind of fast because.
Ooh, man. Yeah. Is that all you're fishing for, those little ones?
Hey, a
I
largemouth.
thought that was a perch. A largemouth.
There's a largemouth right there, buddy.
Oh, mate, come here, Minn Kota. Well, sports fans, that winds up another class on Fishing University. I want to thank Bill Siemantel for bringing us this great BBZ Spro 2.5 inch bait. It'll really get them. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we did doing it. It's been rainy and it's been rough, but we like it. Look forward to seeing you right here next week on Fishing University.
Fishing University has been brought to you by Diamond Gusset Jeans, made in the USA, and Hypertech, the engine tuning experts.
There it goes. There's one and there's 2 fish right there. There's a double right there, Charlie.
That's a double.
Look at that. They're double trouble, buddy.
Double trouble. I agree with that.
Right
Raining
there.
like a cow peeing off a flat rock.
That's okay.
We've been in and out of storms. I'm telling you, it's been a heck of a deal.
Yes, it has.